Hello and welcome to Talking Good Games. Just finished Anderlecht 0, West Ham United 1. The Hammers maintain their 100% record in the Conference League. 3 wins from 3, 9 points on the board, and it's looking likely we'll clinch top spot of the group. Still a lot of work to be done in the group though. However, I'm here to discuss the highlights, or the highlight. There was only one really, wasn't there? But actually, it was quite a positive performance from us actually. Let's jump to halftime. 0-0 at halftime. I'll be honest with you, I was okay. I thought we were playing fine. I thought the defence were doing their job. I thought we were kept Anderlecht at arm's length. Thought the midfield, Emerson, Downs, Lanzini, I thought they were playing fine. I thought Sufal wasn't doing great, but he was doing his job. There was just nothing additional from him. He was doing the bare minimum he had to do. That was that, and he was doing that fine as well. The problem was with the front three. Now, I say the front three, two of the front three. Jared Bowen, I thought, had a really good game throughout, quietened in the second half. But the first 45 minutes at halftime, I was really happy with what I saw from Jared Bowen. I thought we were seeing the benefits of him scoring at the weekend. I thought he was oozing confidence, skipping over challenges. He was dropping deep, linking up the play really, really well. I was happy with him. It was the other two. It was Said Benrahma and Michail Antonio. Them two were not playing well at all in the first 45. The thing is, let's talk about them individually here, because I'm going to speak about them and then move on to the second half and not discuss them again, really. Benrahma had a couple of chances in the second half, should have done better, but that was the story of his game. Benrahma's positioning tonight, Benrahma's positioning was excellent. Right place, right time, every single time. Whenever there was a link up, he was there. Whenever there was a ball going down the side, he was in the box, picking up space. His positioning was outstanding. Now, I will always argue that positioning is the hardest thing in football. So from that aspect, he was doing that well. However, his finishing was really, really poor. Tame effort from outside the box. The cutback from Bowen blazed it over. Had a shot blocked by the defender, and he sort of punched it almost, which stopped Jared Bowen hitting the follow-up. In that regard, not good enough. His hold-up play at times I thought was good. At other times I thought was really poor, easily dispossessed. And it felt like quite a lackluster performance from him, actually. I thought he was trying hard. He was just struggling a little bit. But his positioning, like I said, positioning really good, finishing not very good. Michail Antonio, I actually thought, was arguably worse than Said Benrahma tonight. At one point in the first half, Emerson took a throw-in, gave it to Antonio. His first touch was that bad. It just bounced off his foot to an Anderlecht player, and he just watched the guy dribble off with it. He didn't even make an effort to run after him. I thought their positioning was very strange in the first 45, with Antonio sort of verging to the left and Benrahma going down the middle in a false nine. But both of them, not great performances from them. The rest of them at halftime, though, I was happy enough. Like I said, I thought defensively we were looking pretty good. Into the second half, though, it continued. The first 45 just continued into the second half. The players that were playing well continued to play well. The players that were disappointing continued to disappoint. And Antonio was a really nice touch by him, in fairness, to lay off Benrahma for a shot on the edge of the box. Again, another tame effort. It wasn't straight at the goalkeeper, to the side of him, but it was a comfortable save for their keeper. Another one that was deflected wide for a corner. And then David Moyes started ringing out the changes. And the three, I'm going to say obvious substitutions, actually, but they came on to make the difference. Declan Rice for Lanzini, Paqueta for Benrahma, and Scamacca for Antonio. Now, if you thought Benrahma and Antonio were already struggling a bit in the game or weren't playing as well as they should have done, you definitely thought that after these two came onto the pitch in particular, because, wow, our game changed, but not that. We just had quality. That composure, that quality we were missing in the first hour of the game, we had it when them two were on the pitch. And yes, okay, the goal, but even without the goal, when you take away that, you saw Paqueta's touch early on, ball down, one touch, flicked out, put Sufal away down the right wing. That's what we were missing. That ability, that creativity, that composure on the ball. We were screaming out for that, and we got it in bucket loads when Paqueta came onto the pitch. And then the goal from Scamacca. Wow, what a goal. It looks simple, but it really is not. The control and the touch from Paqueta gives it to Scamacca. One touch to control it, next touch to hit it into that far corner. Still only 6 starts, but that's 5 goals for him now at West Ham United. And You know, he came into this game as West Ham's sort of number one striker at the moment. Antonio's playing this one. Scamacca played last weekend. And I wanted to see a reaction from Antonio. We didn't get one. But what we did see was confirmation from Scamacca. I am the top boy for now as a striker at West Ham. We are seeing very early on, when Scamacca arrived at West Ham, he arrived with a lot of hype and a big reputation. We're seeing him live up to that already. So is Paqueta. We've seen glimpses of quality. I thought Paqueta played well against Wolves. I thought in the previous games when we've seen him, we've seen glimpses. He struggled to get into the games. But tonight, that control, long ball over the top, jumps up, foot behind his other leg, controls it down, just drops it down. Unbelievable. That's what we want to see. That little bit of entertainment, that little bit of creativity, magic. Paqueta brought it. And we were just different with them two on the pitch, and Declan Rice as well. But them two in the attacking third, we just possessed a threat. As the game went on, though, we dropped deeper and deeper. And I struggled to agree with that to some extent. I think, I think we could have pushed. I would have liked to have seen us push for a second one. But I understand that it's all about the results, get the 1-0 win and get out of there kind of thing. But what a save from Areola. Wow, that save. Lovely ball in, great header, does what he has to do, get it down hard, get it down low. But Areola's save is unbelievable, world-class save from him. That save is just as good as Scamacca's finish at the other end of the pitch. Unbelievable goalkeeping from Areola. And there was a little bit, tense. It was comfortable enough in the end, but we were quite deep sitting in for the last 10, 15 minutes. Pablo Fornals were one of the weirdest decisions I'll ever witness, really. You know, we're under the cosh, we're clear from a corner, gets at the halfway line. You're thinking, there you go, you've got 50 yards of space to run into. Now, is he going to run into the box? And no, he's not. But what he can do is just take it away from our half, keep the ball, take it over to the touched line, get as far down the field as you can, win a throw-in, win a free kick, win a corner if you can, do something. He decides to shoot from the halfway line and goes out for a goal kick, gives them the ball back immediately. But this was a game that was separated by two moments of sheer quality, one from Scamacca and one from Areola, because they create a couple of half chances. We've created enough chances today to score 2 or 3 goals, which has probably been the story of our season so far. And you do think if only we had them on the pitch from the start, we might have had a more comfortable evening. But we didn't need to. Arguably, it's good management that you wait till this time, you bring on your big guns, you get the win. That's good management, right? Scamacca, Paqueta, Rice, they've had to play, 25 minutes they've played, and we've won the game as a result of it. You know, I think when the team came out at the start, I thought we were maybe a little bit weaker than I would have liked, but I could understand why Moyes has played the players he's played. Johnson needed minutes. Obona, Sufal needed minutes as well. Lanzini and Downs needed minutes. Antonio had to start. I get why he picked the players he did. He made the subs, went on to win the game. I can't have much complaints. Were we perfect? No. Was it our best performance of the season? Absolutely not. But we did what we had to do. We turned up away in European football. We got the win with the majority of the starting 11 from Sunday's game. Some of them not even having to kick a ball. Creswell, Zuma, Kerr, Souček, they'll all start on Sunday. We know they'll start on Sunday. Not one of them had to play a minute's action tonight. Like I said, the other 3, Vice Scamacca and Paqueta, didn't have to play that much. Fornals will probably play on Sunday because of the injury to Cornet and the performance of Benrahma tonight, and just the fact that Fornals was probably going to play anyway. But Benrahma certainly didn't do anything to change David Moyes' mind this evening, did he? So he will play as well. Now, before I get on to individual performers, there's a couple of players I'd like to discuss as well as the old man of match and all that. If you'd like to head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/HamishChat, where you can support the channel if you wish, and you get more videos as well as a few perks and benefits. We've got a big giveaway this month. At the end of October, we've got a prize draw where every patron is automatically entered. A signed Jeff Hurst shirt, a signed Julian Dix shirt, and a 1980 FA Cup final replica shirt signed by the whole squad. Those 3, plus a few other prizes up for grabs as well. £3.60 per month, or if you sign up for the year, you can save 10%. Patreon.com/HamishChat. Links in description. Get loads more videos. Tomorrow morning, we'll be doing our player ratings video from tonight's game. And then tomorrow afternoon, you'll get my opposition prediction ahead of the Fulham game on Sunday. But massive thank you to anybody that does head over and support us, which makes us keep doing this as a job, which is quite mental, really. And on top of all that, you get your usual YouTube content for free on this channel, on the forum channel as well. But we couldn't do them videos without Patreon. Now, individual performers, Craig Dawson was good. Good tonight. Not man of match material, but really, really good at that centre back. Nice to see him back. It's almost like he hasn't been injured, actually. Ogbonna, you can tell, has had an injury. Now, before anyone tells me, I'm aware there was a big difference in their injuries, but he was good. Good to see Johnson back as well. I quite liked Emerson tonight, you know. I did. Tonight was probably my favourite Emerson performance so far in a West Ham shirt. I thought he was very comfortable in his best position. I do think left wing back is Emerson's best position. Probably benefited a lot from having Ogbonna behind him rather than Creswell. So he doesn't need to worry about a centre-back overlapping him or underlapping him or anything like that. He doesn't have to worry about the person behind him coming past him. That's not happening with Ogbonna there. So Emerson knows when I go forward, I've got protection. I need to get back, but there's somebody there at all times just covering my six. And I thought it was a really good performance from him. Again, nothing wow, outstanding or anything like that. A very, very solid performance. Very good in possession. Got forward quite well. Defensively, pretty solid. Had no trouble with the Anderlecht right-hand side. As you'd expect. You know, I'd expect us to be better than them. But I thought Emerson was good tonight. Set pieces, not good. Emerson, this is. Set pieces, not good tonight. I thought his free kicks were poor. Hitting the first man. But in terms of open play, big thing, thumbs up from me. Flynn Downs impressed again. I thought Flynn Downs was really, really good. The first half, I thought he was good. One of our better players. Like I said, I thought Bowen was one that stood out for me in the 45, but Downs played well. Second half, I thought Downs was better. I thought because we started pushing forward a little bit more, we started asking a little bit more from Downs in terms of a defensive standpoint. Can you break up the play? And I thought he was everywhere tonight. I thought every time Anderlecht came forward, Downs was there, just in the way, breaking up play, really good at tackling, stood up a lot, didn't fly into challenges, which he can do at Swansea. He was quite bad at flying into some tackles, picking up a yellow card. But tonight, I thought he was a lot, very, very calm, neat and tidy in possession. Now, he's never going to be creating, like when Scamacca, lovely little flick to Downs, nice bit of play. He wasn't through and goal, but he had a decent opportunity to shoot. You could see how uncomfortable Downs was. I almost like, what do I do here? Outside the box, what do I do here? And he hit it, shanked it well wide, poor finish. But I thought Downs was really, really good. Like I said about Bowen. But it's the subs tonight, isn't it? It's all about Paqueta and Scamacca. We looked a much better team when them two took to the field. And but my hammer of the match, it's probably between Downs and do you know something? I'll give it to. I don't know actually. What's the live chats man of match? You get your live chats in as well. Everybody get your thoughts in there. But listen, in terms of my overall thoughts, while you're all doing your man of match, it's a good win for us tonight. Like I said, it's nothing. Wow, Moyes has fixed it. Moyes has cracked it. Here we go, kind of thing. But that's three wins from 3. This is what we're after in the competition. I still think we're going to win this competition. I still think at the start of the season, I predicted we'd go on and win it. And I still think we will go on and win it. I know there's a lot of teams who drop down from the Europa League into the group. I know there's a lot of good teams in here, but we are one of the best teams in this competition. We're not even up in fiving yet. We've had a slow start to the season, and we've had 3 wins out of 3. We're making light work of this group stage. I fully expect by match day 6 of the group, we've already clinched top. We'll get the youngsters out. All the Scarls, Clayton, Baptiste, those types of players will get a run out for West Ham in the in the final group stage games. I expect that to happen. But we are making light work of this, and I expect us to go and win it. I want us to go on and win it as well. And you know, I said this very, very quietly on Patreon. I think our crap start to the season might become a blessing in disguise, because come the knockout stages, we may find ourselves in mid-table, hopefully in mid-table, but too far away from the top 4, and therefore forces Moyes to focus on this competition, actually, because last season, until the semi-finals, we were sort of playing our first team in the league and in the Europa League, and it caught up with us in the end. I think we just had too many games. But this time round, actually, the slow start might mean that come the knockout stages, maybe we're just a bit too far behind. the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham and Chelsea and that, we might end up having to focus on this, trying to go out and win it. I've been keeping an eye on the live chat, and everybody's saying Downs as well. So I'm going to stick with my gut feeling and say Flynn Downs, man of match for me, actually. And I'll be doing a preview for the Fulham game with Gonzo tomorrow. You have to take him into consideration. He's probably the only player that didn't start against Wolves that has done enough to say, I deserve a start on the Sunday gaffer. Ben Johnson would have. I think Ben Johnson's played fine. Emerson, maybe, he's played fine as well. But I do think that's another big performance from Flynn Downs. And he just brings something different to the team. It's not something that Rice does. It's something Rice used to do, but not anymore. It's not something Souček does. Flynn Downs is a different type of midfielder to anybody else that we've got. And it's another impressive display from him tonight, actually. So I'm going to stick with Flynn Downs. Bowen would probably be my backup, possibly the 2 substitutions, but I think I'd almost feel a bit harsh because, like I said, we weren't dreadful. I felt very comfortable at halftime. We were creating chances. We were just very, very wasteful, mainly Said Benrahma in that regards. But like I said, I don't think Antonio was having a great game either. I'm going to disappear now. If you're watching this live or watching on playback, please drop a like on the video. It helps the channel out a lot more than you think by clicking that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to Hammers Chat, and then we'll be back tomorrow night with the Fulham preview. And I might be back tomorrow morning with just a bit of more of an opinion piece in regards to today's game. But anyway, that's 2 wins on the bounce for West Ham. I'm happy. I'm a happy hammer again. I could get used to this. But anyway, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me. See you in a bit.